Hey, friends of Rancho Palo Verde, Jesse Abanez, co-founder of the Greenhouse Group.
Hey, Jeremy. What's up, RPV?
We're real estate consultants and mortgage planners. And most importantly, for purposes of this video, I'm your neighbor. And we're getting into a lot of conversations recently about folks asking what in the bleep is going on with the local real estate market. We do a video just like this for other communities. So we thought to ourselves, well, why don't we do this for our friends up at RPV as well? So hopefully you find this valuable and something we can look forward to every month. Speaking of value, so gang, we Alpinites? Alpinistas? We're trending right now at what they would call a 53 for a score. So I'm going to break down what that actually means to us.
Yeah, and also we'll talk a little bit about rates and how that's impacting both buyers and sellers, especially in the high-end market.
And it's fall season. So does that mean that it's sell season? So let's do this. So the real estate industry loves their algorithms, their numbers, anything, their scoreboard stuff. So one of the ones they track is called the Market Action Index. Yeah. And right now, our zip code ain't faring too well. We're at a 53. Now, what that means to us, is the deal flow right now is abhorrent. And we're at a stalemate, right? You know this. The rates are a little high and buyers are moody and, you know, their payment almost doubled. I think the last number we did was it was a 36 jump increase from just a couple, like about 12 to 18 months. That's ridiculous, right? Any buyer's going to be like, yeah, dude, I'm cool. Let's hang out a little bit. And sellers have no desire to move because the prices ain't going down. So that's all capitulating down to where folks are asking themselves the questions, what's next? Where do I fit in? And what should I know that I don't?
Yeah, it's a good lead into the conversation about interest rates, right? Because not only are buyers talking about interest rates, but sellers who are also buyers are talking about interest rates.
And not just any interest rate, high-end interest rate, which is a little bit of a reprieve.
That's right. So we have a unique market, especially for homes that are worth more in the San Diego area, where you've got specific types of programs that will allow you to mitigate some of these extra costs. One, the money can sometimes be cheaper if we do it this way. Two, we have temporary and permanent buy downs. And so lots of ways that we can help change that conversation about, well, rates are just too high for me to do anything.
And that's a good point too. So sidebar, I'm putting you on the spot. Why are rates still high? All the numbers they're showing us is that the CPI is down, inflation numbers are down. Why are rates still high?
Yeah, and all those numbers are down. They're down tremendously, but they're not to the target for the Fed yet. So the Fed wants to see inflation at 2% or roundabout. We're still in the 3, almost 4. So if you can see that, that's almost double where they want it to be. So from that perspective, it's not back to where they want it.
Well, so for us on the real estate side, gang, it's fall, right? So is fall season the right season? It seems like the number one question we're getting asked right now is should I do something now? I'm kind of itching. Maybe I want to do something, wanted to move maybe in the last 18, 24 months. I've been holding on because I've been kind of waiting for something to pop. What do I wait? The reality is it depends. It depends on what are you going to do after you sell, probably most importantly. Like, for example, if you're just going to sell and then maybe rent right off into the sunset, right? Then maybe it does make sense to wait a little bit. Maybe when the rates do come down, they're saying maybe mid next year-ish or whatever, it's going to be like a big giant rubber band of demand that's going to pop, which probably means prices are going to go up a little bit. We hope. Here's the rub though. If you're going to sell and then buy, gang, we're more motivated to move away from pain than we are towards pleasure, right? So if you make a couple extra bucks because you waited and the rate's a little lower and the price came out, good for you. But is it worth the squeeze of what you're going to get penalized with on the house that you're going to potentially go get? That's the challenge. So it's a lesser of two evils versus if you just sold right now and bought right now, you're not stoked on the rate, but what you're doing is you're locking in the price of the home you're going to. Then when the rates go down, you take advantage, you refinance, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I almost like to think of it like that little, like a ladder almost, right? If you go and sell a little bit later, you're still buying in that environment too. So if you're doing both of those things, you're experiencing that. So if you wait to sell when prices are higher, you're also waiting to buy when prices are higher, unless you do some good mortgage planning and buy now, sell a little bit down the road.
Shameless little plug by my guy. Speaking of plugs, by the way, we're holding a class that's just for home sellers. This is market stuff, but the rest is like tactic stuff. Like, what do you do physically to get prepared so that you're not leaving any money on the table when it's actually time? And I'll put the link there in the bottom so you can sign up for yourself. It's free. I'm probably going to have muffins and crumpets.
Oh, crumpets.
So we will see you back next month. Thanks for checking us out.